Spring is in full bloom, and it's time to answer the call of the great outdoors.
Yeah, so joining us now to highlight hidden gem trails and share reasons to explore them this season, just in time to celebrate Trails Day, is Brandy Horton, the Vice President of Communications at Rails to Trails Conservancy. Good morning, Brandy. Thanks for taking time to talk with us.
Good morning. I'm so glad to be here.
Let's start with the main advantages of getting outside and enjoying nature on all the local trails that we can take advantage of.
Absolutely. I think when we consider getting out on trails, what comes to mind first is often exercise, physical health. It's good for our bodies. But something we don't think about is how good it is for our community. Our trails are spaces where people come together. We meet neighbors, we make new friends. But when we get out of our houses, we get out of our cars, we get out of our offices, that's really what builds quality of life in a place. Is, you see people outside, you see people connecting. Another big part of kind of what makes trails so important and why our time on the trail matters so much is that trails are such a big part of a strong economy. They support tourism, they support small businesses and jobs. And in West Virginia alone, it's $2 billion each year of the state economy comes from outdoor recreation. Trails are a big part of that. So when we're on the trail, we're supporting that economy, we're helping it to grow. It's fun. It's also safe. Trails are separated from cars. And so when we're out walking and biking, it is so important to have those spaces where we're not mixed in with traffic. There are so many studies that are just reinforcing how good it is for both the people driving and for people walking and biking to have that separation between kind of the facilities that we're using. And it's so much more than just spending a day outside. It's not a nice to have. It's really a need to have activity. It's a day of action when we're out on the trails. We're showing off how important these spaces are to our lives, to our communities, and building support for more of these spaces where we live and all across the country.
Yeah, and we have such, while you were talking, I was thinking of all the beautiful parks and trails, not only throughout West Virginia, Eastern Kentucky, Southern Ohio, right here in our region. So what are some things you think we can do to take part in Celebrate Trails Day?
So Celebrate Trails Day is the nation's annual springtime celebration of trails. It takes place all across the country. There are hundreds of events that will happen. Thousands of people will get outside on trails, kind of to show off just how much of an impact these spaces have in our lives. So in the Charleston area, there is actually an event. It's a day trip. You'd have to make a day of it, heading over to Morgantown on the Caperton Rail Trail. But it's really cool. It's going to be a kind of handmade art craft market taking place right on the trail, and just another aspect of that kind of quality of life community message. There's art here, there's history here, there's nature here, there's physical activity here. There's so much happening in these trail spaces. But I'll also say, if you don't want to make the drive, Charleston, you said it, has just wonderful trails in and around the area. There's the Kanawha Boulevard Trail. It goes right through the heart of the city. You can go to railstotrails.org/celebrate trails and find our TrailLink app. That's going to give you access to right in town trails a little bit further out, help you find the right kind of plan for your day and get out there on the trail with us.
Well, that sounds great, especially when the weather is really getting nice out there. I've noticed a lot of people hitting the trails. Well, we appreciate you being here with us.
Yeah, Brandy.
Thank you. I appreciate it as well.
Yes, we're ready to get out on the trails.
Yes.